everybody. I know that I don't look my best, mostly because I have just survived the 4 days worth of migraine, to a point where I didn't do anything outside of do my job and then pass out for like 2 days straight and use up way too much water in this house. So yeah, fun times, fun times. Before I completely passed down from a migraine, I do remember Sharkmob developer coming in and leaving the link to this on my Vampirina Masquerade World of Darkness Battle Royale thing, which for the record I still don't like, but I guess I'm gonna read out their interview out loud because I feel like you guys should at the very least know that this is a thing and that this is what they clarified. Please tell me if it seems any better for you. It doesn't for me. What's the background of this project? How did this happen? The game was developed from the ground up as Vampire Masquerade game in collaboration with World of Darkness brand team since day one. With developers' background in action multiplayer games, Division, Battlefield, and their passion towards TTRPGs since early editions of World of Darkness IPs, they wanted to create a new type of experience for fans, both old and new. What would a sect battle look like? How would it work in the 21st century city, all while maintaining the masquerade? The game answers the questions and takes part in the lore, remaining true to Vampire the Masquerade's 5th edition. I'm gonna come back to that masquerade bit later. Is this really a Vampire the Masquerade game? What about the masquerade? Yes, it is, and the masquerade is a very important aspect of it, and it should be. Masquerade functions as a game mechanic, and you have to pay attention to this while exploring the streets of Prague. The game is based on Vampire the Masquerade V5 and features more elements of being a vampire, including feeding disciplines known from the TTRPG and Kindred's mortal enemies from Second Inquisition and Society of Saint Leopold. How does this game fit into Vampire the Masquerade lore? Developers from Sharkmob are longtime fans from Vampire the Masquerade and tabletop players. They did an extensive research on Prague in World of Darkness lore, collecting data from everywhere, from books to Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. While we cannot share more about the story yet, and the events you saw in the teaser trailer take place during one special night in Prague, a night players will be able to actively participate in. As an aftermath of a huge kindred gathering in the city, things go wrong. Sect, war, Second Inquisition's involvement, you're in the midst of all of it, and you need to survive either solo or with the help of your coterie. You may find glimpses of Kindred's main enemy in the game Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition books. Main enemy in a battle royale, that sounds like a fantastic idea! What about gameplay details revealed so far? It's a battle royale game in which you will be able to play solo or with your friends with both PvP and PvE elements. It's set in the streets and rooftops of Prague. Is this game third person or first person? The game is played from third person perspective, allowing you to see your character at all times. What's the pay model for the game? It's free to play game with no pay to win mechanics. Was the teaser cinematic or did it show full in-game capture? The teaser was fully recorded in-game using an added free camera. Okay, let's call that. Let's rewatch the trailer. So this is gameplay. Yeah, I can see how the masquerade's being preserved right here, guys. Especially when you jump up into the air and shoot. Especially like this scene, right? Yeah, this is prime masquerade material right there. You see, you could have made it like Left 4 Dead. You could have made it like Vermintide. There are a lot of games that you can use as a model to set up a story-based run and gun, okay? But you decided to go with Battle Royale. Now, let me tell you what Battle Royale entails to me. It entails a lot of players, right? Like a lot of players. We're talking like 100. All in one map, with the map shrinking. How are you gonna be shrinking the map, guys? You're saying that Masquerade is a mechanic, but you'll probably be shrinking the map with the Inquisition, won't you? I mean, it's not gonna be sunlight. Sun's not gonna be like, let me illuminate absolutely everything, but like this surrounded thing right here, right? I don't see how this can work as a battle royale. I just don't. I don't think that battle royale was a good choice. I think you could have went for loads of actiony games. It's not battle royale. I mean, I've seen a few people that actually wanted it. So that's good. But their trailer has more than 50% dislike ratio. So the small audience, one that, you know, likes Vampirina Masquerade and World of Darkness in general, at least 50% of us said that we don't want a battle royale. And for battle royale, you need an incredible amount of players. You need, once again, like 100 per session. So you need like huge population. And battle royales are kind of dying genre, which makes this great. Actually, you're doing it perfect if you wanna follow how anything to do with this IP normally goes. Because this IP, it sinks companies. I'm gonna assume that you went with the it sinks companies and decided to like run with it. I'm gonna assume that's what you're doing over here. Because I don't see this as a good idea. If this was the reaction to a game that I put out, I would have rethought my game. I wouldn't have doubled down on it. Who's developing this game? Sharkmob is a studio in Malmö, Sweden, originally formed by veteran developers previously working on titles such as Hitman, The Division, Far Cry, and Battlefield. Hitman, so you know how to do sneaking, okay? What was you could have made a Hitman style game. You could have made any style game that's not a battle. I mean, even Battlefield isn't a battle royale. I know, right? What's the state of the game right now? When can we play it? The game is currently in pre-alpha, which means most of the features and core content are in place. There will be opportunities to play this game before release, more on the latter. What about Bloodlines 2? The game's development doesn't affect Bloodlines 2 in any way. They're two separate development teams, and the only thing they share is Vampirina Masquerade 5th edition lore. What about more story-driven approach for World of Darkness games? We're releasing 2 narrative RPGs in the future, Vampirina Masquerade Bloodlines 2 and Vampirina Masquerade Swansong, 1 action RPG, Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood. We released 3 visual novels. There are 2 story-driven horror games, and 3 interactive novels. Adding 1 multiplayer game to this jolly group won't hurt, especially as it also shares an important part of V5 lore and has its own rich story. Now let me tell you this, I really wish that people behind World of Darkness stopped giving out the licenses to visual novel or story-driven novel genres. They're rarely any good. And it does cheapen the franchise quite a bit. I would say quite a bit. Because if you're gonna take a look at what was being released from World of Darkness the most recently, what you're gonna be finding is choose your own adventure games, but without the graphics. Effectively, it's just script with choices. That's what you're gonna find. And that is the absolute bare minimum of a game that you can possibly make. And the fact that such a big franchise is like giving their license to be used specifically in this way primarily does not make me a happy bunny. I honestly think that you can do better than that. I mean, why not take the ideas that you think are good and work in a choose your own adventure style and give them funding and make fully fledged games out of them? I know, what a novel idea. What about news on TTRPG front? We're happy to announce we will share a big announcement about TTRPGs in production next week during our weekly news show on 12th of 11. When will this game release? Later half of 2021. yeah, it still doesn't tickle my jimmies. I mean, it's fine if it tickles your jimmies. I've seen a few people that had their jimmies tickled by specifically this game, but no, I'm washing my hands off it. No amount of interviews are gonna convince me to not wash my hands off it. You really targeted the wrong demographic, and you really targeted the wrong people, and you really selected the wrong genre. That's all I'm gonna say. But good luck with that. Good luck with that. You're gonna need it. So yeah, that is my opinion on this whole thing. What do you guys think? You gonna play it? Because not me. Not me, sorry. And thank you for watching. I deliver gaming news every single day when I'm not dying of a migraine, which I'm still slightly am. But it's a bit better because I managed to sit down and stay sitting for 3 hours today instead of being passed out on the bed, which is like a great improvement. So yeah, as long as I'm not in that state, I will deliver gaming news and subscribe if you like my content. Toodaloo.